Journalist Carmen Aristegui leveled harsh criticism at the government of Claudia Sheinbaum for its stance on the disappearance crisis in Mexico. She described it as a serious mistake to reject UN support and said it was foolish not to see the organization's involvement as an opportunity to strengthen search efforts. In this video, I'll tell you what her arguments were. During her morning show, journalist Carmen Aristegui criticized the government of Claudia Sheinbaum for rejecting the decision of the UN Committee on Enforced Disappearances to activate Article 34 of the International Convention. Let me explain. This mechanism allows the disappearance crisis in Mexico to be analyzed by the UN General Assembly and opens the possibility for the international organization to propose measures to help address the problem. You should know that the criticism comes in a concerning context, as Mexico accounts for almost 40% of the urgent actions issued by the UN for disappearance cases, a figure that even surpasses that of countries with armed conflicts like Iraq. So, in light of this situation, Aristegui stated that it is a mistake for the government to try to discredit both the report and the UN experts. She argued that discrediting the finding does not solve the problem. It only seeks to downplay a large-scale disappearance crisis. Likewise, the journalist warned that the institutions responsible for investigating these cases have been overwhelmed by the scale of the problem. And as a result, thousands of families have been forced to carry out search efforts on their own, digging up land and searching clandestine graves in an attempt to find their loved ones.
It is a mistake to discredit the report and the experts who prepared it because of the government's own limitations, which are many and which prevent people who are victims of disappearance from being found, and that their relatives have to go dig through the dirt themselves to see what they can find.
On the other hand, Aristegui highlighted that for the first time, Article 34 of the International Convention on Enforced Disappearances was activated. She explained that the committee of experts asked the UN Secretary-General, Antonio Guterres, to bring Mexico's case before the United Nations General Assembly so that the disappearance crisis can be analyzed and ways to support the country can be sought. Based on this, the journalist considered it foolish and even stupid that Claudia Sheinbaum's government does not see this process as an opportunity to receive international support.
If this is not seen as an opportunity, then it is foolish, not to say stupid, on the part of the Mexican state given this window of opportunity that's opening.
She also emphasized that any collaboration from the international community will depend on whether the Mexican government has the political will, sensitivity, and intelligence to accept that help.
It will be a substantial change depending on whether the Mexican government is willing or not, whether the Mexican government has the intelligence, sensitivity, and judgment to recognize the opportunity before it. Yes, but the whole of Mexico with this issue.
Aristegui concluded that the disappearance crisis is one of the most serious problems facing Mexico, and stated that Claudia Sheinbaum's government should take advantage of the activation of Article 34 as an opportunity to receive international support. She explained that this would allow the inclusion of criminologists, forensic experts, and international specialists with experience in investigating extreme cases such as genocides and other massive human rights violations, whose knowledge and technical support could become a very valuable tool to strengthen investigations in Mexico. What do you think? Should Sheinbaum's government back international assistance? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and enable notifications.